Hello.
All right. Welcome, everybody. We are live here at Performer.com studios in Quincy, Massachusetts. You are watching Night Moves. I'm your host, Joshua Paul, and Taylor is out on assignment. But I'm joined by my lovely producer, AC.
Hello.
Welcome, AC,
Hello.
for filling in for Taylor.
Yes.
Once again, we have some really amazing, talented, fun, uplifting guests, which is, always nice to have on our show. But before we get to them, let's talk about ourselves for a couple of minutes.
Enough about me. Let's talk about me.
Well, okay. Well, as they say, it's the separation, right? That's that separation of 6 degrees.
6 degrees.
Yes, yeah. It's
like the Pocahontas wind.
What's going on with all the bling you got over there?
It's actually not bling.
Okay.
I thought that if anyone would appreciate it, would be you, because you're all about your beads.
Yeah, I am.
Your
I got my beads. Yeah, I do. I do. I don't got my mala beans on my wrist, but I do got my rosaries straight from the Vatican. When I was there several years ago. Yeah. I saw the Pope. I saw the German Pope. He was like 15 feet in front of me on Mass Sunday. It was pretty wild in St. Cecilia Square. Yeah.
That is an experience.
There's a lot that comes with that story. But here we are. It's May. I've been vaxxed. I got the Pfizer. A lot of my friends think I'm an idiot for getting it done and kind of caving into the societal woos and pressure. But I think science kind of tells it all. 500,000 people have perished from this, and this isn't like the turn of the century or the 40s where they're doing trials on people like this is the real deal. I was having this conversation today with a client of mine who's a doctor, mind you. We were talking about the vaccines today are you can't get away with it. You get the whole world watching. I was watching some Christian nutbag religious zealot talking about you get the vaccine and you might turn into a zombie and another one I heard today, my friend was telling me that it has long-term effects that could cause Alzheimer's. And it's just like, people, stop, okay?
Well, I heard that if you buy the new iPhone 12 Pro Max that you're exempt from getting the vaccine because there are people out there that believe it's a tracking device.
Oh, my God, yes. Oh, yeah. Bill Gates is putting...
Here's my vaccination card.
Yes, Bill Gates is putting liquid chips into them to track us. Like, come on, people.
They're actually getting divorced.
Yes, they are. Him and Melinda Gates.
You got to separate the money.
Yeah. Listen, they're both amazing people. I've watched the documentary on him. She's an amazing woman. They've done some really great stuff for the world. And but it's unfortunate. What do you think might have come between them? Certainly wasn't money.
I don't know. I'm just wondering when this became an NPR segment and not Night Moves.
Well, I think sometimes it's important to flex our brain muscles and talk about stuff that make a difference in the world.
No doubt.
But we
don't want to depress people. They get enough of that.
Well, no, of course not. But that's why we have our first guest coming up, who's just will lift our spirits with his acting career and stuff he's done, but
they might be surprised.
Well, I think we always have really good, people on the show. I think there have been a couple times where I was like, okay.
Yeah, definitely. There was a show or two where it was hard to watch, but behind the scenes, each Hollywood story.
I'm always interested in meeting new people and seeing who they are and what they do, and they come on here. I mean, it's not hard for people to talk about themselves, right? When you're like, hey, come on my show and talk about yourself, what are they going to say? No, of course they do. They have some sort of talent that they want to expose or talk about. So some just have more talent than others, or more to expose than others.
Some are just Bruce Wayne or Batman.
Yes, of course. So, all right, so what else is happening in your world?
Nothing much. I actually haven't been to the studio in a bit.
Well, yeah, because you've been traveling. You're flying.
Like
you were in
Carmen, San Diego.
Well, you were in California.
Yeah, I bought a one-way ticket to California. It was just like that COVID, like, I just gotta go. Bought a one-way ticket that was super cheap. And
you were sending me pictures from the pool. Dude, it was like I don't know. It was like 10 degrees out, and she's like, "Oh, look at me! Look how pretty this looks from like the 20th floor of my hotel, looking down on the like this pool." It was at night. It was like all lit in light blue. It was pretty.
Yeah, and then I had a good friend of mine there with me as well, and then I had my mom fly out.
She's a riot. Your mother's a riot.
Oh, geez, Louise!
Dude, I'm telling you, her mother's a riot. Like, she had asked me to help her move some stuff, and yeah, I heard all about you.
You know what?
Let me tell you something.
No, listen,
she's a riot.
You're like,
she's
you know
a
what?
riot.
We're gonna fight after
She's a
the
riot.
show because I don't.
She's a ball buster.
But anyway, shout out to Mike. Hello.
What's up, Mike?
Hello. How you
Millie.
guys? How you guys tonight? I've been busy here.
No, not you. I was shouting out another Mike,
but no,
Mike's here too.
I'm in the building too.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, in the studio, it's Big Mike. So
okay,
Big Mike.
We'll roll with that.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of big mics out there.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, I think traveling was good. I was recently down in North Carolina. I took a little hop and skip to, I drove down and then flew back, saw some family. The trees down there are like really bright, like much brighter than up here. And
I beg to differ. We get the best schools in the world here. Everyone's bright around here.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, I don't know. I was in Durham. I was at Duke, so I mean. Duke,
okay.
I mean,
That's an
Duke
Ivy League school too, definitely.
And then University of North
What was
Carolina.
that look, AC? I got to do that. What was that look for me? God knows going in my direction.
No, honestly, my looks get me in trouble.
Okay,
But that was a secret sign.
She brought me a cheeseburger
to the
tonight, so
special
you're
person that's
excused.
watching.
You're excused. You don't have to. That's okay. That's good. Joshua, you look fit.
Thank you.
Well, you own a gym, so
Thank you.
Really
Well,
Fit ready, shout out.
Thank you.
Ready
It's the
fit.
T-shirt. It's the T-shirt.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right, I think we're torturing our guest here.
We
So
probably are, because he's like, what the heck did I walk
let's
into?
cut to the point of the show.
All right, why don't we go to commercial then? We'll come back with Jay.
All right, we'll
Sound
come
good?
back with Jay. Stay tuned.
All right.
Well done, my friend. I've been practicing. You know, blackberry hint water tastes more like fresh blackberries than the blackberries in my pie.
Really?
Yeah, taste for yourself.
I believe I will.
And?
Delicious. Just blackberries, no sugary stuff. You know, my cherry hint water tastes more like cherries than the ones in my pie.
I'll be the judge of that. You're right. Cherry hint water tastes more like cherries, not like that sugary cherry stuff in your pie.
Seems impossible.
We should double check.
Hint, water with a touch of true fruit flavor.
STEM is the discipline of hard numbers, precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to get messy or just mess it up. Dare to program something internet breaking, record breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to try. Dare to fail. Dare to keep daring. Dare to learn the difference between organic, sedimentary, and non-foliated metamorphic rock. Get outside, find those rocks. Dare to be homeroom famous, a high school fable. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. And for the love of STEM, dare bigger. Dare to code, dare to invent, dare to explore, dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Don't give it time to reload it. Bump all the rules, do it your own way. Oh, you know the conversations I have with the mirror. I just wanna turn all the way up. They be like, hey, what you gonna do with your life? Do what you like. Whatever I want, whatever I want.
Yes, and we are back live. Performer.com studios here in Quincy, Massachusetts. You are watching Night Moves. Host Joshua Paul, joined by my sarcastic, sassy, very lovely, talented scouting producer, AC. So our first guest this evening is a very talented and tall guy. He's got a lot of credentials behind him. So why don't we let Jay talk about who you are and what you do?
Just, what's going on, everyone? How you doing? Big Mike, what's going on, man?
pretty good, Jay.
Gotta shout out Big Mike over there.
Big Mike.
This has become a thing now. Okay,
Not
that's
you,
good.
the other Mike.
Oh, this. Okay, see. Okay,
I was talking to the actual microphone.
Well, you know what? You know what?
He's
back,
clever.
back in CB days. You remember the CB radio? I was Big Mike.
You
were. That's
okay.
why I still respond to
Big
that.
Mike with the flex right there.
That's right. There you go.
Thank you guys for having me on. It's Jay Holland here, better known as J.O. City. So, I like to dub myself an entertainer around these parts.
Yes.
So, whether it's movies, music, event hosting, showcases.
He's being humble right now. Jojo, J.O. City, Holland over here is a man that does everything, if not all of it. You work with Red Sox, Fenway.
Yes, I do.
So when Louis Bello was doing the national anthem, you were right there with your headphones, telling people this is how you do it.
I might have been the one who actually scheduled him.
Not
Giving out tips of the trade here.
Okay, all right. So everyone can contact you if they want to.
For all anthem requests, they can send it to music@redsox.com.
Music?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to
You email me directly. 9 times out of 10, it's going somewhere else.
I'm going to email you. You're an actor.
Yes.
You were in several independent films, but
Yes.
I guess the most highlighted role that you did as an actor is Surprise, Surprise,
That
which
is
is on Amazon Prime, people. It's a big deal.
Yes, it is. Thank you. I like that plug. Go stream it now. It's been a while since I got a check, so.
Right, royalties.
Surprise, Surprise was my first venture into feature film acting, and it was shout out to the whole cast and crew that worked on that. Crosby Tatum, Opal Thompson, behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, Crosby Tatum. We've had him on the show.
Yeah. So definitely worked with him on that one. It was something that was supposed to start off as a small role, and eventually, transitioned me into more of a lead actor in that, and do some behind the scenes work with music supervisor for the project, and as well as producing it. So it was a very interesting first endeavor into that realm, but you take a lot of lessons with it, and you enjoy.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about that.
What was the
experience? Did you have to do the audition? What was that like?
Yeah, did the audition.
Waiting by the phone?
The phone was actually the person right there.
Oh, okay. They told you right then and there.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, Crosby and myself go back many years. Him and my brother are good friends. And so, they both came to me and was like, hey, we have this idea for a movie. We would love for you to audition. And I'm looking at my brother like, I really have to audition?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was, but he was like, yeah, and I respect him for it. And so initially they came. I was working on some music. For those who don't know, I also do songwriting. So I was working on some music. We was actually submitting to Usher and Genuine, who was working on projects at the time. Yeah, that's how we're dating ourselves. But but we was definitely submitting some music there, and I was approached by both Crosby and my brother. They asked me about the project, so I kind of put that on the hold just to help them out, and it was an audition for a smaller role, which then led to a larger role. And so the audition process was pretty clear cut. I used to do a lot of freelancing and sketch comedy with those guys when they went to the now defunct AI New England.
Okay.
We had a little sketch comedy show that used to air on many community access channels known as The Block.
That's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Definitely. So it's one that
like improv stuff.
Yeah, a lot of improv stuff, and sometimes we didn't have a script. We just had bullet points, and we just kind of improvised, which made it even more fun. And little did I know it helped me out later on down the road. For if you forget lines in the scene, you gotta think something because
you gotta be quick.
Film is always rolling.
Sure.
So did the audition process, and then it was like right off back, we need a monologue from you. Tap into anything and just give it. We want to see emotion.
So which one did you pick?
I just did, honestly, I BS'd my way through it.
Good for you. Good
Yeah,
for you.
I BS, but they thought it was like from an actual movie to the point they was like, "There's so much conviction in it, such action," and I was like yelling. You seen the veins in my throat?
So was it really off the top of your head, or did you take a situation that happened and you just reenacted
Honestly,
that?
you know what it was? Because I tried to make myself cry. So John Q is a movie that kind of always like gets me when he's about to commit suicide so his heart can go to his son. So I kind of tapped into that. I was like, at the time I didn't have any children, but actually I take that back. I had a daughter, but I tapped into that and it was just like, if I can get very emotional and just start yelling and compiling a bunch of words together, and it actually worked. Yeah, yeah, it worked. It was like, oh man, like I didn't see that movie, but I want to see it. I was like, good luck finding it, So
Now let's talk about your music.
yes.
I'm imagining that COVID put a lot of things on hold, but with everything being, emails and Zoom and whatnot.
Yes.
I'm sure. So did it allow you to create more music during COVID, or did you?
I want to say more so it helped me get my ducks in a row. So, back in the day I wanted to be an artist.
Right.
And after I did the movie, it was more so like, I don't want to do this. I kind of want to dip into acting now, and I want to do songwriting now. It's more so I'm like I'm a creature of habit. So it's like once I'm in that lane, I want to stick to it because now I'm like my juices are flowing to it.
Well, a lot of musical artists over time have crossed over into acting. I mean, Queen Latifah, Ice-T, Queen Latifah. I mean, they're like bigger stars now that they were. They were big then, but they've just transformed.
Yeah, it's, you look at Ice-T, man. Ice-T had a song called "Cop Killer" and he's playing the cop.
I was just about to say that.
You know what I mean?
I saw him perform at
Now he's doing car commercials.
at Rumor.
Oh wow.
With his
Rumor nightclub.
with his wife,
Oh yeah, Coco.
Coco.
Yes, Coco.
Yes.
But the music, what I will say, music helped me stay grounded. And with Zoom, I was able to, as a songwriter, you try to find new talent. You try to find people that you can help elevate to the next level and help them find their sound ultimately.
Right.
And so that's what I've always been trying to, find artists, new artists, trying to work with them and help them establish their sound and what they feel comfortable with. My last placement was on Nancia. Not sure if you guys are familiar with Nancia.
Yes, you did a couple of showcases.
Yes.
I remember you doing a couple of artist showcase live joints. And
Yes.
Nancia was a performer there a few times. So,
Yeah. So, doing songs with Nancy, and she's just tremendous to work with, man. And it feels like so effortless when working with her. As a songwriter, you want to write something that the artist loves and would love to perform. And she makes it so effortless when just like, hey, I feel like a therapist. I'm like, so how do you feel about this and this and this?
Right.
And you take a bunch of ideas and you jumble it together and you create a song and you work over the structure, the melody, and once you set up the vocal arrangements and you go and it's a thing of beauty.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
And so doing some songwriting stuff with her was amazing. I was working with a new artist by the name of Kelly Snow. Still working on her EP. Of course, the
I
pandemic.
remember you were singing. You played something
Yes,
when
I
we were
did.
we were all at the W for an event, and you were like, listen to this, and I was like, who is what? So yeah, that's still going then.
Yes. Definitely super excited about her project. Can't wait to get that done. And there's, me being a networker, I like to be a networker. And so, there's an artist by the name of A Rose who is out of Providence who is doing amazing work right now. He's actually, shout out to him and his management team and Kiko, but he's currently working with the exclusives, Sean Penn, who, if those don't know, he writes all of August Alsina's hits. Leighton Green from Quality Control, he writes a lot of her hits. He's worked with many, many legendary people, such as Chris Brown and others. So the sky's the limit.
That's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah,
So you're everywhere.
I try to be
doing
everywhere
everything.
and nowhere at the same time.
That's quite a resume there,
Toes
Jay.
and
Quite a
everything.
resume.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I know Jay Hunt, who works with Nancy a lot.
That's my
he's her manager, right?
Yes,
Correct.
yes.
Nancy has been here before too. We interviewed her a while back. Very, very talented young lady.
Yes. And Jay Hunt's an amazing guy. He's someone I always try to goad in front of the camera. He's always so behind the scenes.
Yeah, he's definitely the man behind Nancia.
Yeah.
He does his effects, his videography, his photography. He's definitely a beast at it.
Yeah,
so.
I will say that. I think the one thing that the pandemic has actually brought to me is doing radio. So
You are a co-host.
Yes.
Segue.
Yes. Segue.
So tell us about that.
So yes, I co-host with Chanel Remy, aka Remy in the City. We do a show called R&B and Chill, which is on the Spark FM platform. Make sure you guys who are listening, you can download it. It's on the Google Play Store and iOS. But yeah, Monday through Thursday, in the studios from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. I join her on Wednesdays and Thursdays for What You Want Wednesdays and, of course, Thirsty Thursdays. And, Thirsty Thursdays, we're never thirsty because we stay hydrated and it's not with water. So
I know, right? I think COVID turned everyone into
Big Mike, we need to take some of his advice here in the studio, okay?
Yeah, but
we need a mini bar here.
Oh, is that what you want? Okay.
I mean, we set it up too.
Yeah.
We do. We keep it far away from the equipment, but we set it up.
Sure.
But tell us about what R&B chill means. Is it you and your co-host singing? You have
We
R&B,
do it all. We do it all. And so
doing 90s throwbacks.
we do it all. So what we like to do is, like I said, we like to curate vibes, and so we call it a R&B o'clock. So and once that happens, and we do something at midnight called shot o'clock. Whether we pour up a shot and we give a toast to whatever we feel like giving a toast to at that point in time.
Okay.
But yeah, we play today's music. We play back in the day music. We play, I hate the term local, but we play artists from this area and beyond. So yeah, ultimately, if it's R&B, we play it. And that's how we feel about it. And we feel like radio has skewed away from R&B itself so much, and a lot of it's because there's a lot of talented hip hop artists and the hip hop acts. However, there's no hip hop without R&B.
It's true.
Well, I think it's not my area of expertise, but from what I've gathered, it's really become extreme.
Yes.
And so it seems as if that the more extreme I become, the more recognition I get, the more likes or followers or sales or whatever. And I think there's been some heart and soul that's been lost along the way.
Yes.
And
most of your radio stations now are corporately owned.
Oh,
they
yeah.
are.
They're not programmed locally. They're usually programmed at a home office. Mm-hmm. And they have like a music wheel that they go by, and that's how that works today.
All chart
back in the day, they used to have music directors that used to have local artists they'd throw in the playlists to keep the local flavor going. I know because I worked at WILD back in the day.
1090.
The station.
AM 1090, your hotspot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how they used to do it. They had a music director, program director, and they would automatically say, hey, local, we'll give them a few local guys a break. New Edition broke that way. Okay,
Yeah.
Back in the day with Maurice Starr, WILD was one of the
New
first
Kids on
ones
the
to
Block,
play.
too.
New Kids on the Block too is exactly right. But yeah, it's completely different now. That's kind of sad, but I'm glad you guys are doing the local thing again.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. And ultimately, we feel like there's a lot of love missing in music. Like everyone, it's either F that or you know what I mean.
it's gone too extreme.
Yeah, you know what I mean, and people act like they've never fallen in love or can't find love. You know what I mean. So it's being able to hone in on that music because at the end of the day, if you're going to be with your mate, whether it's male or female, whatever the case may be, you're not just gonna throw on some Young Thug all the time. You're gonna find an R&B act. You're gonna find something to set the mood, and that's what we want to do. So our favorite tagline in there is either we're gonna get you some head or we're gonna put you to bed. So.
Oh, jeez. You're gonna keep it PG.
I'm gonna have to use that line. No, we had it. We had this young kid that was here a couple of weeks ago. We follow each other on Instagram. And, then we went out to eat after, and I'm talking with him, and he's talking about his music that he's writing about and singing about. And I said to him, you want to write music that you think you might be able to sing at 40. Mm-hmm. Because you can't be singing about just banging girls and shooting them up and smoking weed at 40. You want to sing some stuff that's got some substance to it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there's a way you can do it. And again, it's all about how you structure your songs. But if you look at a lot of memorable songs, right? For instance, Versus, which is a platform that took off throughout this pandemic. They have a Versus Saturday night with SWV and Escape. two legendary R&B groups. Like to this day, people will play out SWV songs and sing it at the top of their lungs. And SWV, when I was younger, they had a song called Downtown. I'm thinking we actually going downtown and and vibing.
Who sang the song? It's either SWV or En Vogue. Which one was Candy and
Candy was in Escape.
Oh,
Yeah.
not neither of them. Okay.
Neither of the
But
above.
there's this one song that I remember that I really loved when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old, and then I'm listening to the lyrics now, and it's like about a couple cheating on each other. Like, did you get my message?
Yeah.
It's like I remember myself singing that. Like,
My Little Secret, I believe.
that was my jam. I was like, oh, and then I'm listening to it now, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, so that's what happens. But it's very unique when and that's creative songwriting. And a friend of mine who writes for SWV, his name is Brian Alexander Morgan. He goes by Bam. Shout out to him. But he's someone who's like just thinking like he's wrote majority all of SWV's hits. And so it's just like when you start listening to lyrics as you get older, you understand and you're like, wow. And then you realize how much time has passed. Like SWV is probably going on 20 years when they're you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And so a lot of people will still play if
Early
you play
90s,
one,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, early 90s.
You
Yeah.
play like I tell you, if you play weak, I don't care. Even if a young lady's never heard that song, she will find a way to know the lyrics somehow, some way, and they will sing it at the top of their lungs. I call SWV, I call Mary J. Blige, all those people cheat codes, because if you play them, like they're gonna rile up any woman base just because they have such relatable songs.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And as an artist, if you can have a large female following, you're golden. That's it.
That's
Very
why they do
insightful.
ladies
Very
free,
insightful.
because the men will follow.
Yes.
Well, going what Jay said here, back in those days, they used to write the lyrics with what they feel. Now it's just sort of like jibber jabber, and that.
Or they're
people-
blatantly saying
I think what
it.
he's the teenagers and young adults are listening to the music. They're not listening to the lyrics as much. They're just repeating what they're hearing. Some of them understand it, some of them don't, but they don't care.
No,
They just don't care anymore.
it's
Well, the
super melody.
Macarena, a lot. There's like kids and old people that dance to that at every single wedding.
Right,
But
it's
if
about
you
the music.
translate it,
That's
the
funny.
song is like about this girl that's gonna cheat on her boyfriend,
Right.
and
They're not listening to the lyrics.
go with all his friends.
They don't even know what the lyrics mean now.
Yeah, they're just putting their hands up.
But there's like 80-year-old guys,
Right,
like
exactly.
or women, like, oh, it's a fun song.
Yeah.
Like,
Go ahead, AC. Do the Macarena for
With
us.
their
I
hands
know.
on the hips.
Hey,
Do I remember it?
Macarena.
All right.
Hey, Macarena.
We're probably going to get a copyright issue from Facebook now.
Oh my God, right?
Oh man! Oh, don't get me started on Facebook with their community standards. I know a lot of people getting their accounts suspended for things they
Facebook
posted like
jail.
years ago.
Oh no.
You know, that's funny because I
That's
just got
crazy.
a notification yesterday for something from 8 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, it was funny part because that's when you're actually legally able to play the music, when they're actually being interviewed and they're sitting right there in front of you. That's kind of tough.
Put in
But
all
it's all
caps.
robotic. It's all artificial intelligence.
Yeah, put in all capital letters. I have permission.
That doesn't
I know it doesn't.
No, but I like seeing these old time artists, and they've morphed into something different. You see them on TV, and they've reinvented themselves, they've recreated themselves, and they've gone on to do other stuff. And if you're a young artist and you're out there and you're just letting it loose. And you don't care which way the wind blows, okay, but what are you going to do in 10, 20 years? You better have a backup plan.
I will say this: I had the pleasure of performing with Lionel Richie and Smokey Robinson.
Wow.
No way.
Yeah, and so it was for the Kennedy Center honors, back in 2010.
Do you see how humble he is? He's just sitting here chill, like, no big
But it was
deal.
like, I was a
name
part
drop,
of
name drop.
I was part of a big chorus group that went down there, and trust me, it was such an amazing experience. I met Raphael Sadiq, who was a part of a group named Tony back in the day, and just being able to chat with him during rehearsals and kind of singing and be like, hey, you guys should sing your songs, man. And Smokey Robinson. The one moment I will say this, one moment I got a huge head. So we're in between takes, we all behind scenes, and I see Lionel Richie and I see him speaking to Smokey Robinson. Now I love Motown. Smokey Robinson wrote probably a good 90% of all of Motown's hits. I see him, I have my headphones on, not playing any music, but I'm acting like I'm playing music. I start singing My Girl, and I have my back turned to him. but I'm at an angle where I can kind of see him if he's gonna if he's listening.
Oh, you were right there. I didn't see you.
Yeah. And so he walks over and he taps me on my shoulder and act like I hit pause on something and
God,
took my headphone off.
methodical
I was like,
with it.
oh, hi, Mr. Robinson, how are you? He's just like, man, what you know about that song? I was like, oh, I know that you wrote it. And he was like, man, let me tell you, if Otis heard you right now, you'd be a temptation. And from there, I was, it took everything in me, I was gassed. But I was like, oh, thank you. I was trying to be so humble. As soon as I walked away, my head was probably like this. And they couldn't shut me up from singing for the rest of the day. But yeah, certain amazing things, man. I know you joke and say I'm humble, but a lot of these moments I don't take for granted because nothing is guaranteed.
You really shouldn't. You really
what
shouldn't.
I mean? I've been blessed in life to come across a lot of people and meet people like Dr. Dre, meeting him and actually singing in front of him, and just getting advice from him on learning how to take over your region and use that as leverage to try to get a record deal instead of just going in and trying to sign just because you can sing.
He's done a great job. Great job. I mean, not just in the music world, but I mean in the business world.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, he made more money selling beats than he did creating beats.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of business world, why don't you let them know where they can find you so they can network and build, and maybe they can, have you consult with them of how to be the next best thing.
Follow me across social media at the Connoisseur, Connoisseur 781. So that's CONNOISSEUR 781. That's across all social media platforms.
All right, Connoisseur.
Yes.
Word of the day.
Yeah. Yes. I like that. Word of the day.
We all have to scream now because
Okay,
we
go
said
ahead
it.
and spell it, AC, right now. Go ahead.
Oh, Jesus.
She's just going to say con, artist.
What? I don't know how to spell words.
Oh, man, it's funny. It's funny how I met AC.
Yeah.
How did
smile
I meet you,
look
AC?
pretty.
How did I meet you? Do you recall?
Jesus, I don't even know.
So-
the 6 degrees of AC is blurry sometimes. So
Oh,
it's
no.
like,
I had the pleasure of meeting your mom as well. You guys.
oh my God. No. Okay, so I remember before we cut off because we're cutting into time.
Yep.
So how we met. So my mom is green eyes, blonde hair, 5'6", and we went to go.
Full of energy.
We went to go do something for the Red Sox or whatever at Fenway, and so she goes up. Do you remember Streetier?
Yeah, LaShawn.
Okay. So LaShawn is 8 feet tall, and my mom goes up to him and goes, "I'm a strong black woman," and I was like, "Oh my God, we're gonna get stabbed! You can't say that. What is wrong with you?" And then all of a sudden, I step up and I'm so sorry, and then it was they were like, "Okay, she's cool. She can say that," but she was obsessed with you. She wanted to she's like, "Oh my God, I listen to your music," but no, she's so cool.
Yeah, your
I
mom.
love my mom.
Mom was in my DMs. So.
Well.
Oh, please don't say she was in your DMs. Don't flatter yourself.
Well, anyways, you two, thank you for coming on the show, Jay.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
And one more shout out to where they can find you again.
You can find me across social media at Connoisseur 781. CONNOISSEUR 781.
You can listen to his music and watch his movies. And thank you for coming on Night Moves.
Yes, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
And stay tuned. We'll be right back with our final guest. Thank you.
They made this blackberry taste exactly like blackberry hint water.
They made this watermelon taste like hint water. Too.
How'd you farmer wizards make all this fruit taste just like hint water?
Well, we triple irrigate our fruit with hint water in the world's largest biosphere, which modifies the DNA to taste exactly like hint water.
Really?
No.
What a sarcastic farmer.
Hint, water with a touch of true fruit flavor.
What to expect when you're expecting
Here.
a teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to team-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys, preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
I'm ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Hi. Can I get the now bar, please?
No problem. $1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hi, can I get a now bar, please? Uh-huh.
$1.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
How's it going? Can I get a now bar?
Hey, stop right there! Get down on the ground out of your car, right? Get down! Show me your head!
Show some respect. Show you give a damn. Show the world how it's done. Show them that when your community needed you the most, you showed up. Mask up, America.
And we are back live here at performerstudios.com. You are watching Night Moves. I'm your host, Joshua Paul, joined by my lovely, sarcastic, but talented scout of a producer,
He is
AC.
paid to say that. That's okay.
I wish I was paid to say that. No, I'm paid in many ways, but boy, what an interesting guest that we had on. He's amazing, and he's young. He's only like 36. He's done all these things. That's incredible. God bless him. It's amazing.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to it.
But our next guest, she's definitely a hub favorite in the terms of fashion. I've hosted some fashion shows before that she has done nearly all the runway models on there. She's like super talented. You'd think she'd have more hands than two because it's a lot of work. Putting on makeup and trying to get it right and not have it look like awful is not easy, wouldn't you say, Jackie?
Yeah.
As we look
Not
at your
easy.
perfect lipstick. Jackie V, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes,
Nice to see you. I haven't seen you. It's been about a year.
It's been
a
a
year
long
and a half.
time. It's been a long time. I think the last time might have been when we did the Vokey show.
Yep.
Listen.
Fashion.
Listen.
I just heard that grunt from AC. I had to laugh. Okay, sorry.
It's my opinion.
We're not going to have
so
any
you can't get your
negativity tonight.
lawyers
We're not going to have any negativity tonight. So
Okay,
let's keep going. Keep rolling.
Listen, stop. At least the host was good, and the makeup was great.
Yes. Oh, yes. And the models were fabulous.
They were. Yeah, they were.
Real agency models, yeah.
Yeah, they were, and really tall too. They were.
Yes.
I'm such a shorty around these beautifully tall women.
I still have the video from that show.
You do?
Yeah, I don't have it on the show for tonight, but it's a good video.
Yeah.
That was the one at the what was that nightclub?
Yeah, there's been so many.
It was
The W. Yep.
Prime. What was it? It was on something Umbria Prime.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
it. I remember.
Oh wow. That was forever ago.
Well, yeah,
forever ago.
that was one of his first shows, and then he stepped it up to the W.
Okay.
And then he kind of called on me to kind of help out, and then
Okay, so you came afterwards. All
I
right.
came afterwards. Yeah.
So I was one of the first ones. Okay.
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago.
It was a while back.
I mean, 5.
No, it was
No, it was
probably
about
like
6
4.
or 7. 6 or 7.
Seems like 10 years ago.
Yeah, seems like 10 years.
Well, he's doing shows in Miami now.
All right, we're not
But anyway.
plugging him in, okay? But let's talk about Jackie.
But Jackie, you're really great at what you do.
Thank you.
You've been at it how long now?
So I've been doing makeup for
Okay, long time.
Yeah, long time.
Long time.
Yeah. I started at MAC at Saks Fifth Avenue, and there was a person that used to do different shows, actual runway shows for clients in Boston. And so my very first show was actually at Saks Avenue. So that's kind of where it started. And I loved the makeup. And I worked for Chanel and Christian Dior. And I was like, ooh, I just wanted to touch everyone's faces. And they're like, no. I'm like, no, but I'll make you beautiful. They're like, okay.
You're working with a new makeup line now, right?
I am, actually. So I'm actually working with a super amazing line called Pharmacy USA, and it's actually out of Europe. So it's not like anything around here, and I love it. So I did a model's face today. I use it on my skin, and it has everything, and I love it.
Should we switch out? You want to take a look at?
Not yet. Just let her keep. We'll do it in just a second.
Well, what makes it so great compared to what you've used before?
All right, so it's all vegan, all natural. It applies really well. You don't need a lot of it, which is perfect because who wants to wear a lot of cakey makeup, right?
My makeup looks a little cakey, but thanks to Mike's filter.
Oh no, definitely.
Are you wearing
got
it
the
now?
powder. I am actually.
It looks light.
It's like a pop. I like the pop of the lip.
Yep, and then of course I always wear lips, depending. Today is kind of a dreary day, so I did the darker, but yeah, love the pop of lip, you know that, depending. And, you know, I enjoy makeup. I've used everything. I mean, I still have everything, obviously, in my kit, but as wedding season comes around, and it's coming around now, and I decided, let's get into, you know, something a little high fashion from Europe. So.
You know, makeup is awesome. It does. It really transforms a woman's face. Not that I have it. Not that I don't like women not wearing makeup, but I mean, it's just like you put the two side by each. But something like you is like
It's amazing how.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like these models, you know, they're thin. They've got, you know, you can just do so much. The contouring these days, just everything, and you're like, wow, just it's the difference. You know, you don't need much, but there's a difference. We don't want like too scary, but I mean, you know, do the right amount.
I liked how you can actually understand that makeup, you as a guy, makeup can enhance a woman's beauty, because most guys are just like under the impression that it's sorcery. It's like, I gotta take this girl swimming on the first date because you don't know. Like, and it's like, really, you didn't know that she drew on her eyebrows? Like,
So what you may or may not know is that I'm a licensed hairstylist in 2 states.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm
the
a
hair.
cosmetologist.
This hair is amazing.
So anyway,
your hair.
I had to go through makeup class to become a full cosmetologist, and I was terrible at it. That and nail class. It was just cut and color and barber. That's all I wanted to do. And you know, but I had a newfound respect for understanding. I knew nothing about the color wheel.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I learned a lot from that. So as I got older, I really appreciated it more in dating women who wore makeup.
Wore makeup, yeah.
You know,
not too much, of course.
Some wore it good, some didn't wear it so well.
Yeah.
And then I came to Boston and I met all kinds of women that wore it well.
Yeah.
And then I met
there you
professionals
go.
like yourself who, you know, so, yeah.
So we got a new guest here.
We do.
Hello, new guest. What is your name?
Shayna.
Hi, Shayna. Oh, that's a nice name, Shayna. And so you are wearing
Pharmacy USA.
Pharmacy USA.
Yes. Yeah.
So we get a close-up of
and
her.
so, like, what's it feel like on your face?
It feels like I'm wearing nothing. Like I don't have any concealer on or anything, and usually you can feel it start like gooping up, and I don't feel any
Well,
of that.
through the COVID plexiglass, it looks as if that you're not wearing makeup, and you're wearing makeup.
I am.
Wow, that blends in. That's good.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
good stuff. Good stuff.
And so, so you talked about this stuff being vegan. Is that a big deal today?
It is. It's
Right.
such a big deal.
Are people
you know,
like-
yeah, no animal cruelty, you know. We want to keep everything, you know, just vegan. I mean, people.
Like plant-based? Is that what it is? Is it like all plant-based?
Yep, it is.
Like
yeah.
my protein drinks? It's all plant-based?
No, essentially, actually, we have oils, and our skincare is literally made from different plants, and obviously, you know, so I have like this oil that I put on my skin. It's amazing, and it just makes you.
I mean, you put it on
flawless.
like when you get
At
out of
night.
at night.
At night, yeah.
And what makes
you put it on, and it just like it gives you like a glow.
I use.
And obviously anti-wrinkle in the natural way. It's
Sure,
wonderful.
sure. No Botox
And what
or
do
nothing.
you? No, nope.
too bad. I used. What
do you use?
I use the aloe plant. I go to Stop and Shop and I buy the $1.50 plant and I cut it open, I scrape it into a jar, and I put it in the refrigerator.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when I get out of the shower, I lather it on my skin and hair, and that's it.
Well, I'm gonna give you some cool makeup. Yeah, I'm gonna. Cool. I didn't bring my collagen patches, but
collagen patches.
Yeah.
What's that?
So I'll tell you that actually my 9-year-old wanted to see what I was doing. Yeah. So I have these. So you buy them on Amazon. They're in a box. They're about $18. You put them on your skin. You put them right here, like on top of your skin, under your eyes, but kind of like right under.
Sure.
So for dark circles, and you can put them in the fridge, right, like that. Sure. And you put them on, and after like 10 minutes, oh my gosh, you just feel like heaven. It's like a spa, literally in your home. You can get those on.
Are you using this? Have you done this?
Yes. Last night.
Yes.
It felt like my eyes drank a cup of coffee. That's how I could describe it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Felt great.
Yep. And then I do have some other, something really cool. So on Amazon, so I love pharmacy, but I use obviously different brands. I like high-end. Sure. I shop at Nordstrom's. Sure. MAC is like one of my all-time favorites. And so they have these really cool stencils. So if you don't know how to do a cat eye, right, you can get this stencil right here.
What is that? Because I see so many women, like on Instagram, and it's like
the wing, yeah.
I'm saying to myself, sweetheart, you have like a crayon over your eye. It's like.
So legit, this is actually a stencil, and you put it on your eye so you don't.
What is it? You should show it to me.
Yeah. So.
I'll put it in front of the camera.
Yep.
Can we show that, big mic? So are you saying that
this is a no mess, easy way to do, a gel liner. You can use a regular liner or a liquid liner, because liquid liner is hard.
Wait, is that pencil or is that real?
This is a stencil.
A stencil.
Yes, so you fill it in and it just makes this amazing wing liner that maybe your everyday person couldn't do. So I just wanted to share that with you guys.
Oh, I see it. It's like, it looks just
I can try if you want. I can get my liner.
So it's sort of like paint by numbers, right? Is that what you're kind of saying?
It is. It's kind of like that? And it's so funny.
Just draw within
I see.
lines.
It's got a plastic thing. I didn't even notice that. I thought those were pictures.
No, so it shows you on the back how to do it.
You really put it on the person's face.
Yep, and then turn it. Turn it around.
So you take these, you put them on the person's face in the directions here.
Yep. Wow. And then you literally do.
Who thinks of these things?
I know. This is Amazon. Come on.
Yeah, but you do all that stuff by hand because you got a steady hand.
Yes. I have done like the most crazy wings. I mean, and also eyebrows. Like sometimes we'll do like eyebrows, make them wings. Kelly Dempsey was a friend of mine. She was on Project Runway. A lot of the Project Runway, I've worked with all of them, and we did a lot of the fashion shows at the W. There was like 3 or 4 of them, and they wanted something specific. We did blue, we did pink, we did red, nude lips. It was awesome. So, yeah.
Any I don't know, you have any horror stories to tell us? Any like runway meltdowns?
Oh, okay.
Somebody when you were just like, get this out of here.
I love all my models. I know them personally, in the past, 10 years, and we've been working together closely. A lot of the new models, and I mean, some of them have taken a swipe. I'm not going to lie. But you get up, you keep walking, and then hopefully everyone forgets about it. I don't know if you remember that at the Vokey show.
Bring back bad memories again? Come on.
Do you remember that, Mike?
Well, I remember a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Actually,
let's not talk about Umbria, but...
Well, no, let's not talk about Umbria. Actually, I met you way, way back.
Yes, we were like back
12,
to
13
Christina
years.
White and
Right.
Playboy Golf Girls.
Right. Okay, that's one of the things. One of my favorite projects with you was when we went to the studio of Giovanni De Cunto. That was an amazing day. We had, what was it, 3, 4 models? I know. I think it was 3.
Was one of them,
Orla, Libby Vilner.
Yep, Libby.
Who was the third one? I can't remember.
Blonde.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
She's in California
Blonde.
now. Yeah, married to the doctor.
Blonde.
Yep.
Well, you got a better memory than I do.
That was my favorite.
That was it was art everywhere.
Yes.
I mean, literally art everywhere. But the whole day was artistic. It was an artistic shoot, and it was just fantastic. He basically created art on the models The models were the canvases.
Yep. And the dresses. They
and
were
the dresses,
black.
yeah. Jackie, of
Yep.
course, did the makeup. I don't remember who did the hair that day. Was it?
We did it. I did the
okay,
hair,
you did
and
the
then we
hair
just
that day.
kind of, no one specific, but.
Yeah, it wasn't really that part of critical
Yeah.
to the operation anyway. But yeah, stuff like that. I really do love when people come up with something creative to do, and that does inspire me too.
Yeah,
You know, as a
absolutely.
photographer, videographer, whatever. But yeah, you guys came up with a great project that day, and I love being a part of it. So much so that we went back and did it again years later for the layout for a magazine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we did it
nice.
with who was it? Indra Salon up in Andover. We did in
You
cooperation
know what?
with
I
them.
think we should do it again.
I don't
really
mind.
do.
He's
I think
changed locations, but I don't mind. He's in
I
South
know.
End now.
Yeah, no. I mean, I can chat with him. We could do like a live. You know.
He's in the South End?
He's in the South End now. Yeah, the studio.
We could do something live.
We could do it in our TV studio. Although I want my TV
We would
studio
just-
to look
yeah, I
good.
don't
I don't
know.
want paint flying all over.
Yeah. So can I tell you that back at the hotel, we actually have one of those dresses.
Really?
And we were gonna wear it, but she's way too small for it. So yeah.
You still have those?
I do. I have one of them. One of the models wore, and I just said, "Oh, you need to give back to me." And then I ended up. It was in my closet. So yeah.
Wow,
still
talk
have
about a
it.
small world coming back all of a sudden.
I know.
12, 13 years later.
And one of my favorite things. I don't know if you remember Betsy Johnson.
Yes, we
on
did Betsy
Newbury.
Johnson on Newbury Street.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, what was that tall, young black model?
Oh my gosh, she was
gorgeous.
amazing.
She's in New York
she's
now. I
in New
remember.
York, yeah. And Orla, of course.
Orla's in Miami now.
Yes. Always follow Orla. Love her.
Well,
So-
those are the big fashion places, New York and Miami, right?
You know, for summer, obviously.
summer wear, Miami, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then New York Fashion Week, you know, is February and September.
We're still working on Boston, though.
Yes.
I'm trying.
So, Mike, we're going to have to talk because I can tell you that we have some amazing things coming up. So
good.
we'll have to chat and get some models and do some photo shoots and,
There you
start
go.
getting
And
everything going again.
Can you talk about some stuff? I mean, can you not divulging too much, but can you talk about,
So, I am always up for New York, so I hope to be going to New York, in September, as well as around here, we're trying to get things going, but I am doing a show, I'll give you a little hint, somewhere in Connecticut. So, it's going to be a high fashion runway show
Hartford?
with maybe a Boston boutique. So, that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in process, so
That's cool.
I'm excited,
And when
know?
can a person start to buy tickets for something like this? Or?
I will send you the link. We're
Okay.
not quite there yet. We're
Okay.
trying to figure out this whole COVID ordeal, but soon, and hopefully we'll be on the, maybe on the rooftop soon. So,
My.
Rooftops this time of year, really good idea.
Well,
I have a question,
in
I have a
couple
question for the
months.
model, real quickly,
Yeah.
our model. How long did it take for Jackie to put the base on and everything else to make it that natural look?
Honestly, about 15 minutes.
That's not bad. Not bad at all.
And
Okay.
then she has, so they do a lot of matte. They do sparkles, but they also do matte. So if you do a close up, and I have it too, you can see like the crease line there. So on her eyes, when you open your eyes.
I mean, it's women can get away with so much. You know what? It's a woman's world. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It's a woman's world. They can get away with so much. And they wear it well sometimes.
So I'm trying to think of like one of the worst.
Yeah, like
No.
give me something juicy. I mean, I remember some of the, backstage at the Vokey stuff. I would come by with the microphone and be like, "Okay, who's next?" I'd look at you and you'd have this look on your face, like,
Yeah, because
Like,
we
you
were
were like,
doing
"Don't
like
talk to me."
60 models, and I had like a team, but not all of them were privy on how to.
Sure.
Like, I don't know. So I was like going around like, oh, no, that's not what the runway, that's not what Project Runway, that's not what he wanted.
Sure.
Let's do something.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure, of
Just
course.
kind of. So, but I do have to tell you what else I've been up to.
okay.
So during this.
You're not like crocheting or something, are you?
No. So with all
What a sexist thing to say.
crocheting.
It's not sexist.
So I am.
Men crochet, don't they?
Do you crochet?
I don't know how to. I don't even know how to sew.
Well,
Staple. I could staple my clothes.
Joshua, you're on your own right now.
you can stay.
Calling me out like
The
that.
cancel culture is coming for you.
I'm gonna do the liner. Let's do the liner on it. We're gonna take a video and we'll post it later. How about that? I'm gonna do the cat
Anyways,
liner.
you were talking about
some professional stuff that I've been working on. So in 2018, so I finally graduated with my bachelor's degree.
Woo!
Super excited, and it's all because of one of my photographers that said, you know, makeup is great, but you gotta make a living. You gotta do something else. And I was like, why? No, photo shoots is not gonna cut it.
So what did you end up going into, and what made you go into them?
So oddly enough, I have these two sides. I have this like creative, funky side, and I love makeup and color and doing all that and business and events. And then this other side is just like, I am actually kind of a nerd, and I love numbers. It's so weird.
You're an accountant?
I'm actually a tax accountant.
So,
wow.
I don't know, call me crazy, but Fit Ready just expanded.
Yeah, because I own a business and I need an accountant.
Okay, there we go.
We're gonna talk.
This is how 6 Degrees of AC
Oh my
develops,
God.
okay? Live, you just saw the chicken hatch, or the egg hatch, rather.
That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
so,
tough.
Well, you know what? I decided when my professor said that auditing and, tax accounting was like higher level stuff, and the bookkeeping and like the taxes was not that big. I said, hey, well, why don't I do it myself? So that's what I've been doing, and I'm excited because in the day after tax season, I just confirmed myself a amazing position at a tax accounting doing both tax and the bookkeeping.
Wow.
And I'm really excited. It's like my dream. My dream
needs an
job.
accountant. Everyone needs
Exactly.
to do their taxes. So it's definitely a great field that you chose.
Yes.
So yeah. I
Great.
love it.
I'll be getting your number because
Okay.
I'm a new business owner and I need somebody.
Schedule C's, baby. I mean, I am
And
the
you know,
whiz.
she can do your eyebrows.
There we go. Hey, I can style you. I'll
Yeah,
style you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Jackie.
We are casting
Just-
for
just
a
like the
fitness,
old days.
fitness video
Just like the old days. Just
for
like
his
the
gym.
old days. Just like
Okay, well.
So,
Okay.
well, you're always a very uplifting and colorful person.
Thank
You're
you.
never dull. You're always smiling, even in the heat of a meltdown or you're in some sort of makeup tirade because someone's pissing you off or something.
I mean, sometimes, I'm guilty of having RBF. It's a real condition that women suffer from, and
Yeah,
we gotta
once
do
in a
something
while.
about it.
That's not sexist. Doesn't men suffer from RBF too?
No, it's RAF.
Okay.
Resting.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. Okay. Anyways, Jackie, we want to salute you for graduating
Thank you.
and putting
Thank
up
you
with
so much.
the Boston fashion hoity-toity
honestly-
snots that have
It has been amazing. I mean, I wouldn't have met you guys. to be
Sure, it's
honest,
true.
It's so
It's true.
wouldn't have met you guys. So.
Yeah, it's true. So okay,
I'm sure we'll be at it for another 10 years. So
yes,
keep going. Yeah.
So you'll be behind the desk by day, and the weekends you'll be painting the town red or whatever it is.
Not red, but
Maybe red eyeshadow, but not red.
Cat eyeliner.
maybe not. Cat eyeliner. I love what you got going on too.
You know what? That means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Because
I love the colors you
Don't
have
get her
going.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Don't get
I
it.
don't, like
going.
it's like war paint. It's like, all right, like these are my stripes, and then you just like sponge it and you blend it, and it just comes out like. And then the hair, you just cover it.
Honestly,
like,
Jackie,
yeah.
there's some truth to that.
No,
'cause
but I
sometimes
love it because I honestly just want to put a little bit. I just want to put the Kardashian, eyelashes on. You'll be strutting your stuff on the runway.
These are my real
Hey, Jackie,
lashes.
where can everyone find you online?
So if you look me up, Makeup by Jacquelyn, I pop up in several different Instagrams, Facebooks, but and also, wedding season is coming.
Yes,
and
book
I am
her.
ready for. I have a team. I have a team of models, and I have a team that we do professional, hair and makeup for weddings. And my favorite, I have to tell you, my favorite wedding of 2019, obviously COVID stinks, was at the Boston Park Plaza.
Oh,
We love the
wow.
Boston Park Plaza. But once again, thank you, Jackie, for coming on to the
welcome.
show. We've
But
run
tell
out of
us your
time.
website first. What's your website?
Okay, so it's Makeup by Jacquelyn Official.
You can find her anywhere. One word, that's it. AC, thank you for being my host this evening. You're always wonderful and wear different makeup every time. I'm your host, Joshua Paul. Thank you for Big Mike at performer.com. And you're watching Night Moves. Good night.